We're going to show you how to make your own tools and your own templates. If there's a tool like an implant that's not in Bonesetter, I'm going to show you how to make your own. So we've signed into Bonesetter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to call for an x-ray, and I'm going to pick a picture that I took of some implants. Here's the implants. And I took them next to a sizer. This is a 3 centimeter sizer. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go next, and I'm going to do relative to another object because it's not an x-ray. And I'm going to select the ruler, and I'm going to magnify this so I'm a little bit more accurate, and I'm going to take the longest diameter of this, which I believe is about here, and that is a 3 centimeter sizer. I'm going to make a 3 centimeter, make it equal to 3 centimeters on Bonesetter, and I'm going to import it. And now this is sized. So then I'm going to lock it. I'm going to pick one of the implants. Let's pick this one. And this is a Tomofix medial femoral plate. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So I'll make it big so I have like very accurate. And then I'm going to go to cut out. And I'm going to cut along the edges of this implant. I'm going to move it along, just using my fingers, and I'm clicking every time I come to an edge. And then, whoops, let's go right to there, 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 there. Come over here. There we go. And I'm going to bring that over, so then I'm going to go like this, 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 here, 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 here. Here we go, all the way around. And now I have a cutout. And so if I bring this back, I can take this piece and bring it over. And I'm going to move it way over. And here it is. Now, you can see where the holes are. You can't see through it. But we have a method of doing that. And it's erase from cutout. It's this tool here. So if I pick the cutout, so I've selected it, it's got the ball and the red around it. Now I pick the erase tool. Before I do that, let's make this a little bit bigger so I'm a little bit more accurate. So again, I pick it, and this little eraser, I'm going to pick that, and you see these circles. I can change the size of the circle, and this is an erase tool. So look, it's small. So I can do this, and that erases parts of it. Or I can make it a little bit bigger. So let's say it's the size of the circle, which is about here, and I can erase the whole area. Now if I pick the size of the circle, I can go through, and now I can pick areas, and you see I can see through it. Now this is a little bit big for here, so I can go a little bit smaller. There's my circle again. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out and that. So there we go. Now I'm going to take this out, and again this oval, and move it over here. And every time I click on it, it's going to take out a area of that's in that circle, or erase from cutout. And do the same over here. There we go. And now what I've done, and then I go to apply. So now I've got my cutout, and you can see I can see right through it. So I've made this a see-through tool, and I'm going to go to the regular. So let's move this over a little bit. I'm going to center this. I'm going to look at it again. So there it is. There's my tool that I've made. I can turn it, and now I'm going to save it as a tool. And so I'm going to go to edit, and it's going to say add item to my tools. And so I need to give it a name. So this one would be a medial femoral Tomofix plate, and it's left-sided. You can see that left. There we go. And I'm going to put add, and it says tool saved. Now, what I'm going to do now is go to my tools, and these are a list of tools that I've made. And you see this one here, I click it, and here it is. And I can now put this tool on anything. Reload the site, and I come back, and let's get an X-ray as an X-ray. And now I'm going to go to my tools, go to the end, and I'm going to pick my Tomofix implant, and you can see now it's sized perfectly. Now this is an AP, you'd have to do a lateral, but you can see when I blow it up, you can see there's my Tomofix implant, and it's the size that it should be. What if I want to make a template for like a hip replacement or a knee replacement? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to again go to X-ray, and what I did here is I photocopied a transparent template, one that a company gave us, and I put it in here. And this is the template. You can see the size and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to size it. So again, I'm going to go give it to a ruler. So make this big, and I got my vertical ruler, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to size it. The bigger size I do, and there's always a ruler on these, and these are magnified on plastic, but they're relatively the same. So I can go 0 to 50, that's 0 to 50, and I'm going to go here 0 to 50. There I go. I'm going to import it. So now this is imported. Now you can see it's going to be behind. So let's bring it forward. There you go. And you can see that here is a template. Now, well, I can't see through it, right? And it's for the wrong hip. But, okay, let's bring it over to this hip. And I can't see through it. So what I can do here is I can make it transparent. So down here, when I select this, it has a little red ball. I can make it transparent. So now you can see that you can see through it. Now, if you can tolerate that, then if you don't mind it being that transparent, you can save it. Now make it even more transparent. Here we go. Now it's fairly transparent, but I can still see the markings. And if I was going to bring it over to my hip, I can still see the markings. And there you go. I can see through it, and I can check. And this is essentially a template that I can put in, and I can do the same thing. Now there's only one issue. You can't save the X-ray. You have to do a cutout, okay? So it's just one of those funny things. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cutout in the transparency. So I could do the whole thing if you want. I can do this to this, to this, to this, to this. And now this is a cutout, and I can save, edit, add to my tools. And then I would say maybe this is an accolade size 4 stem, and add. And now that says tool saved. So now if I want to use it anytime, it comes up and there's my number 4 stem. And you're going to have to save different ones. Now sometimes what I'll do with my templates like this, here's the one that I saved. I'll do a little bit extra. I'll make it a little bit even better of a template than this. I'll outline it. I'll go to trace. I can see my spot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the border of this. And now what I'll do is I'll turn this into a gray tool. You can do that. And then if I want to do a cutout, I could do something like this. I could, bring it over like this, and now my tool is just these pieces here, and I can add to my toolbox, edit, add item to toolbox, and again I can put accolade, 4 stem, and add, and tool saved. Now I can come back to my femur, remove this stuff, and I can add my stem. Here it is, accolade stem. There it is. Let's make this a little bit bigger. You can see my stem is here. I've included these pieces. I can reverse it. I can bring it in, and it's actually quite good. I can make it even more transparent if you want to see right through it, see how it fits. There you go. And that's how I save a template